And
We'll
we
go
are
for
just
the
we're pulling back some of the old ones again. And a Pangolier. All right, Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
You know the most painful thing to watch is always a Bloodseeker versus a Pangolier. I don't know how. I just don't know how people are meant to play like Pango against BS.
It's a tough call though. Do you go Mars or do you try the Bat Rider? I feel like the Bat Rider looks pretty good here.
You're still feeling for Team Empire?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it like laning with the Willow, like Bat Rider can open up rotations for the Willow too. Then you ban the Viper after. I'm also kind of okay with the Mars, just because it is such a good pairing with the Dark Willow. Like they function really well in the lane together. And then they still have that option after, as you said, about like the potential Bloodseeker if they want to play like really fast. The only problem then is they might want an offlaner that offers a little bit more in terms of like tower objective taking and whatnot. And they're going to run first.
Answer that question.
Yeah.
Somebody that can pressure towers, someone that can be there for the team fight.
Whenever I see a team pick Troll, it just makes me think like they really just want stable lanes. They don't want to lose the game in the first like 15 minutes, you know? And Oracle's not the strongest position 5 in the laning stage. Like I wouldn't say it's a laning focused support. So it always helps to have someone like the Troll who's more of like a laning focused core, kind of like that live stealer we saw earlier, or the Juggernaut. You don't necessarily need that much help. But yeah, so our Viper's still around. Again, I do think that's what Empire is going to ban. And then our Kunkka's there too, who's a pretty good mid hero still, but in combination with the Ember and the Pango, then they're kind of into that same area of like there's just no tower pressure. And you don't want to wind up in this situation where you're unable to keep like clearing out objectives when you've just kind of heavily stacked on control compared to damage.
Yeah. But if you're able to have like consistent back to back fights and everything's nice low cooldowns, then
it's true. Then it doesn't matter, right?
then you feel good. Yeah, then you're like, we'll just beat you into submission at this point. And they do ban the Mars, so I'm kind of with you on that one, where they're like, all right, that's Troll 1, that's Quap 2. Just worried about the Empire 3 that's able to provide that stun initiation. So who the hell do they have to wrap this up as well?
10 seconds to go.
Centaur is still like Centaur is a pretty good like tower hitter as well as good combination with the Dark Willow.
Centaur doesn't play well though against Bane and Jakiro. Like it's gonna be difficult to stampede out or like potentially getting caught.
We've seen a lot of the Axe and the Willow together too. Just again, it's more so about like the actual laning stage, as you say. Like there's still gonna be problems throughout the game, but yeah, this is a bit of tough. What have they gone for lately?
If we're looking at Empire's 3s,
kind of a little bit of Prophet. I mean, Prophet said they've tried the Centaur a little bit. They've had some success. They had Bat Rider in a very similar draft like this before. They banned the PL. All right, they're picking Bat, right? Banning PL.
It does feel good for it. It does feel good, unless you can probably get away with like a 3-position Bloodseeker. You're on like Oracle BS off.
I'm a little surprised they didn't ban the Viper. I feel like the safe lane Ember is not that unlikely.
No, it's bad. It's bad. I don't know why ever I thought to throw in Bloodseeker into the pool. Trent is right.
It is the Troll, I think. It was definitely still feasible. But yeah, so Bat finally makes his appearance. Always nice to get him this late in the draft. And they'll now grab the other position one that can lane versus it in the Slark. So he banned PL. You're gonna get Slark or maybe like a Jug or a Lifestealer or something. But this is definitely one of the big ones.
It actually really messes with the lane as well. Like it just seems so easy. Like Slark is an easy counter to a Bat Rider. Firefly up, don't care. I'm gonna pounce you. And there's some good setups for it as well.
It could be tough with the Willow though, depending on like if they can force out bad Dark Pacts. It's not completely free either, especially if a Aloha Dance isn't around, right? Like if it's going to be always want to fly. Jakiro is pretty susceptible, despite being really tanky. That doesn't matter versus Bat Rider, because Bat Rider is just going to walk you down and he will burn you, and you can't really fight back. So VTune and Always Want to Fly are going to have to be very in sync. Like if one of you gets caught separate, they might still just die, despite having these survivable options of like, oh, I'm tanky, or oh, I have a dispel. Willow is a very good hero for kind of snaking around and making sure you can't get that free pounce escape, for example.
Yeah. Well, I got Mastery taking the Queen of Pain, and Lightless will be on the Batrider. If the lanes fit the same way, then it's, we just change things up a little bit.
Across like the whole spectrum of each draft, I think FlyToMoon have pretty good reach between like the Ember and the Slark, whereas they can really chase you down. Like if they get a pick off, they're gonna have the vision game control. At least they should with the Slark. And then you have this like constant chase of Pango, Ember, Slark, 3 like pretty mobile cores that can annoy you, but they're all really bad at hitting towers. That's like, the notorious problem with pretty much all 3 of those guys. So they're going to get a lead. They need to make sure they have like a pretty overwhelming lead before they really want to commit too hard for objectives. Because there is like decent catch on the side of Empire as well. Like if you're trying to be a sieging team, you're going to have to worry about that potential lasso or even just a terrorize into brambles, creating a bad situation for you here. So this could end up being one of those games that maybe drags out a little bit, even with a high kill count.
And I'm good with that. That sounds lovely, Trent. I know. This is the type of prediction I want to hear from an analyst.
Well, we'll see though. You never know these days.
We'll see. Maybe FlyToMoon just stand there and take it. So, all right, come at me.
We're gonna have so many laning shenanigans here too, because they want the bat versus the Ember, right? So they're gonna try and get the bat versus the Ember in the mid lane. They're gonna try and get the Slark versus the bat in the mid lane, and they already have a ward down. But General has spotted Lightless, and now he's like, okay, well he's got the mid lane, so they're definitely thinking about it. Oh, jeez, are we gonna get the double juggling happening again? Please, please no.
Hey, nice as long as he's already gonna lose the Observer.
Yeah, they scared it with the trees.
Victory.
I've actually seen teams like stop putting the wards so that they can even get within range of that tower thing now, because it's just everyone's so good at doing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a fun I actually got the Observer down. It's like who buys 2 sentries early on, but Dire block the pull camp up on top.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna help. Pango has laning problems too, so.
Bramble, Aloha's gonna get the bounty. Is that value? It is when you live.
All right, well, this is good for FlyToMoon then. They've got the matchups they want. The only downside is that they are going to have Eknart into the Ember. So Iceberg's going to have to deal... Because, he got away from the Batrider, but he's still going to have to deal with the Fortune's End, right? So he can't necessarily rely on that Flame Guard to help him out. And that means that the dagger spam is going to be very obnoxious from the Queen. So this is a pretty cool combo coming down here from Empire.
Can you actually itemize skill up in another way? Just to deal with that? I don't suppose that you can always...
I don't think he has the sustained... he's going to be sliding and everything, but it's not like he can... necessarily go for kills by just overwhelming with the slight and the roots, right?
Wow, goodbye, Bane.
Yeah, probably with the help of that vision too, right? As you pointed out before.
Yeah, saw around the tree line, but the Bramble got the initial control. And just buys time for Troll to go ham. Range whirling axes, easy slow. This time the Bramble won't be able to connect. And General still has Swashbuckle to get away to safety. Really just showing Empire's got some bite to this dual safe lane.
Yeah, both their dual lanes have a pretty good threat overall. And the only downside, of course, is they do have a Batrider versus a Slark in the mid, so... could potentially be a problem.
That's a lot of damage. Double dot, not double dots, just single dot, but a lot of control from the Oracle. And always when a flyer's got 2 salves, you gotta hang in the tree line and wait. But Ember's getting yes on bottom. That's the upside versus the co-op. It's 10-1 versus 4-0.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't feed, then life's good. It's not often we get to see the mid Slark these days, because it's very hard to get the matchup versus the bat and actually force it like they've gotten here. So that they have that going for them, but the mid Slark obviously going to come online quite a bit faster than the safe lane counterpart. So we'll see how well V-Tune's able to transition, with what's the timing on the diffusal going to be. And unfortunately, not the easiest heroes to catch necessarily with just Diffusal, but it's still some heroes that he can like kind of freely prey on.
Is Diffusal
Maybe
the
hunt
only
spot
item build right now for a Slark? Like is Echoes or anything like that? Or is it always just Diffusal's just way too good for the hunt?
Yeah, I think Diffusal's just too good. I would guess kind of similar to the last game. It looks like a pretty good option, like the Diffusal into like the S and Y, and just keep brawling.
I'm down for that.
It comes down to what he also expects out of Iceberg this game too, because another one of these heroes that can just itemize for the game itself. I saw Fly's doing a nice job of harassing back Master. You're talking about all the spam coming from the Queen of Pain, but he is getting him with the dual breaths, and he's itemizing, or rather skilling for the liquid fire early too.
It's cost him pretty heavily. Like he doesn't even have 400 net worth at the moment. He's burned through 2 salves already. The bottle's coming out for the Ember, but I'm seeing another salve already on the way for the Jakiro.
At least we know this is what Always Wanna Fly wants to do, because this is all he ever does. Is just spend his money to. He's basically transferring his net worth onto Iceberg by doing this, though, right? Because he's keeping them so far back right now, giving a lot more space to Iceberg than I would have expected him to get on this Ember. No, I don't think he was trying to hit Iceberg. Yeah, he was definitely trying to steal that creep. Whoopsie. I want to die. Well, thanks for the free heal, says Iceberg. Very much appreciated.
Batrise prepping his own stacks. Waiting for the 4-minute bounties and 4-minute rune. He's not going to get lucky. That's a haste rune for the Slark.
Haste.
That's a happy time for a Slark. Not that he can do anything with it unless he was going to move up to top.
He gets a sweet block because of it. There you go.
Which is
way back there.
Yeah, but now Batrise is doing the same thing, and we're now balanced again. Bottom, Queen of Pain, heavy amount of damage. Iceberg's got another Sleight of Fist available. Whoa, wait, Mastery? Which way did he blink? Well, actually, I know which way he blinked. I don't think he knew which way he was blinking. Doesn't take a genius to realize which way's south, which way's north. James also lucky to dodge the swashbuckle with a step to the right.
I'm not sure if that was that a play? Was he going for something there? I don't think so.
Is there like the opposite of a double tap?
Yeah,
like
somehow.
That's gonna be like the only scenario where I quick cast the wrong direction.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts the Queen of Pain. Has been doing pretty damn well. 1,600 net worth. Yeah.
Yeah, they have not been able to keep up this pressure of the dagger. Here, now they can get him again at least. Not gonna be able to dodge it. Eventually, it will get you.
God. Perfect sentry as well.
Being done here in the mid. But
money
it's still going to be the Slark who's going to end up. Actually, in terms of net worth, it's not too bad.
Nope.
Actually, he's going to get the XP edge now, even though the summit was stolen by Haloa Dance. I don't think he's got him though. Yeah, that was a bit ambitious.
Dyer's mid tower could use
I love how the damage on bottom lane and the presence Iceberg's provided. Eknar's been looking at this Radiant Observer Ward for the last minute and really wants to get rid of it, but he can't push the wave out. He doesn't have enough life to do it either. Unless Mastery feels like this is the moment. Ember Spirit caught out. No Flame Guard. A lot of tick damage. The Ice Path from Always Wanna Fly will create space, but now they can finally get rid of the wall with a blink forward. Mastery, he's going in deep for this, but Aloha Dance is now here, so they can get not only one, but they can get the second. And there's more enough support to step up.
Radiant's top.
Oh, they might even get a Curry if you want to bring that in a little bit deeper.
2 down.
Double kill for Always Wanna Fly.
Yeah, really greedy holding that brace up. He's like, I don't need it. It's going to be fine. I thought they were trying to get Iceberg up there in time, but his Slight was still cooling down for quite a while. It's only 1 point in the Flame Guard, so can't go too crazy here, but there's also only level 1 on the Scream, so... Oh, we got the Brooch.
God, Iceberg's gonna feel so sad about this.
Don't worry, he's Ember.
Yeah, but he's not 6.
Where's my support? He's probably just like, yo, always want to fight. What are you doing? Why are you not TPing back to my lane with my bottle fill? That's the real question.
I actually thought that you were gonna pull a Synderen on me and just pull that kind of crap out and just like, yeah, don't worry, he's Ember's. Like, wait, I'm second guessing myself that I know he's not 6 yet. He doesn't have that ability to return to lane.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't just wait for the Jakiro.
Top general, flame break to push him in range for the lasso. Doesn't even need it because the Bramble will do the job for control on general. Smiling Knight was just farming as well. He wasn't even looking for the kill, but he'll take what's delivered. Now Slark, up on top. Look for the timing of that Dark Pact. Just waiting it out as long as he possibly could. Another flame break, bounces him around, doesn't get control. Want to bring him close enough for the leash.
Spooked him a little bit there, coming back in as well, but a bit too dangerous when your Willow's only level 4. It's gonna be hard to finish that one off.
This troll is gonna get out of control. I would say getting, like he's just been given the safe lane all to himself to farm up. Farming up stacks, pushing out the waves.
Yeah, it's interesting how the Pango goes from being like a first phase ban or like really early focused in some team lineups and other regions. It almost feels like it's kind of ignored. And I think the like Troll's just such a strong laner that he's always going to be doing well versus like these weaker offlaners. But Pango's one of these heroes that really seems to give a lot. You know, it's kind of like Darkseer where you do get like some pretty cool stuff out of the hero, but you're kind of sacrificing any sort of punish onto the enemy position 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that feels very good in such a snowbally meta right now.
Oh, V-Tune. He's like, yeah, he realized he needed to cut through a tree to actually reach the Observer Ward bottom lane. Good blink away from Mastery. Dodges the attack. I was just going to give props as well. Like, the fact that he got rid of that Observer Ward means they lose their own obs. Dark Willow will come over and take care of this. But FlyToMoon always have these Observer Wards that are sitting behind, like, between the mid lane towers. Or off to the side. Like, they're always able to get that early warning system, or at least a system that lets them know where they can gank, like just how far they can dive.
It just does so much for you too, knowing like where, for example, versus Batrider. This is an excellent ward versus Batrider because you want to know which side he's farming in, right? And like where is he clearing his stacks right now? Where are we clear to rotate through if we want to go to a gank on one of these side lanes? Down bottom, they will catch Mastery. He's still level 5 here. No real turnaround potential.
Rather hard to catch him though when you've got an Oracle right behind. Now also Dark Willow. Ember Spirit's already committed 1 Spirit forward and no Flame Guard. But he'll be okay.
Did she? She must have just gotten the tome and TP'd out. Or no, she didn't TP out. Did she not even use the tome yet? Wow, damn. That is crazy. James is really high leveled.
Really? Yeah, he's been so when Troll goes jungle, you know what? Actually, it's like the old you always run it. We about the classic stuff where the AAs are like life stealers when they'd run safe lane and they'll be like, all right, I'm good to go jungle now. And then you get just so much into your supports. Yep, that was nicely played by Aloha Dance, but he can't be protected from this.
3-0-0 already.
It just makes for a nice early level. He's not even caring about harassing. I want that range creep. This is my objective. And now Lightless. Look at that high movement speed.
Yeah, always want to fly. Has to hit him with that slow, or he might have just straight up died. He might still be dead.
Flame break, just push him up, get him up the hill. They really want to get the Firefly on top of him, but Lightless, so much damage! Has to bottle up, but he'll actually tick. The Jakiro is the one who actually gets the revenge kill in death.
That Macropire tick after.
Smiling, turns around, Fiend's Grip below Hard Dance, sitting underneath the tier 1 tower. Nothing can stop him, and General's into the Rolling Thunder. Looking for his very little bit of a battle, and he'll solo kill up James. FlyToMoon have just turned on the heat, and Oracle's like, I've got False Promise, but I can't save anyone because they're not near me.
Yes.
That is like a game-breaking minute of play right there. That all just feels so terrible. I mean, you lose the Queen down bottom, and then 3 heroes in the mid lane too. And that's going to be your mid tower as well. Hey, man, that ward, you know, it gave them everything in there.
It was funny, too, because in Game 2, Empire were a lot more vigilant about finding this ward. a lot more vigilant. Now they're going to try and get some revenge. Always want to fly. It's a great bramble. Jakiro, it's just so hard to get out of here. A lot of heat. And they did, yep. Actually, they get rid of that. No, it just timed out. The obs in the mid timed out. But don't worry, they have another Observer Ward a little bit further up, just to the east of the tier 2. So Radiant see all. Now Radiant also try and, well, actually you have Protect Iceberg. Down on the bottom lane, they're rooting him up. Mastery's just preparing.
Oh, here comes. Oh, damn, I really wanted it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm here, I know where he's gonna go, but, he can buy back and Spirit in if he wants to. Queen of Pain of the Necro book's up and running, so Pangolier. Once again, we go into the Rolling Thunder looking for his target. Troll Warlord stands his ground against the Slark, but the Rolling Thunder from General really creating so much interruption. The Troll's already gone down. Now Oracle in a Nightmare position, and VTune thinks about his own fight. But so many heroes from Empire. They brought everybody. We got ourselves a fashionable 5v5 on the bottom lane. A pull back with the lasso. Pangolier just ticking out 4 sticky napalm stacks. He burnt in the Firefly. And False Promise keeps Oracle alive and kicking. Can't say the same for Mastery. Fiend's Grip of Aloha Dance. Controlling the Queen of Pain. Not allowing her to retreat with the rest of Team Empire.
Radiant's mid tower.
That was the kind of fight where you feel like maybe you can do it without your ultis, but there were so many good moments there if you just only had the Sonic Wave back where it was like 20 seconds away that maybe they needed to wait before committing for such a heavy engagement. Then again, they probably thought that FlyToMoon wouldn't bring everyone back down like that.
Mm-hmm. Slark is now happy with an extra 1,100, 1,200 net worth over anyone else on the field. Troll is doing the best he can to catch up. Went for the casual Yasha, now into a BKB. So then at least he can stand during these fights. Oh, another little catch out too. Iceberg. Nah, it's not really a catch. He's got himself a defensive spirit back at the tier 1.
These games where these Embers are just getting first phase and there's still no like actual catch. You know what I mean? Like just point click stun is very very hard to deal with. It's like, you know, we knew it was coming. You knew it was going to be an Ember Spirit, and he can still just walk next to 4 or 5 heroes and still escape.
But here's the ultimate question. With everything the FlyToMoon's been getting, we're 15 minutes in. Well, maybe they get this. This will be a big one. Queen of Pain. She's prepping the Sonic Wave because it will buy her some space, but you also want to get the Bounty Rune. You want to get a lot of different things. Duke it up, down, let the Necrobooks do their work. TP out from Bane is going to be successful. Nothing to cancel. This Batrider is just being controlled up himself. Remember the Bounty Runes. Their axes weren't able to reach the Ember Spirit. Now the Flies fall with the Terrorize. Get him, flush him out of the trees.
Alright, we found a way to kill the Ember, guys. He just needs to relentlessly chase our Queen of Pain to the ends of the earth until he's completely out of mana. That turned out that was the solution.
Perfect plan.
But yeah, is this a big enough lead to just take over the whole map and slow down the Troll, right? Like, they haven't really completely zoned them out, but this Slark continues to grow and is still keeping that same pacing ahead of the Troll Warlord, and also is just going to deny any chance of, like, playing Batrider is all about vision, right? Like, you're trying to get that jump. He's almost at the Blink Dagger. It's a hard hero to play when you're running under wards like this.
Iceberg, they're about to blow everything they've got. The Bramble needed to connect, able to do so, but Iceberg has the defensive spirit. And there's a lot of support arriving. V-Tune's in the back lines looking for Lightless. Ice Path, well, it is able to connect. The Nightmare on Dark Willow stops him from being involved, and Lightless just caught out underneath the tier 2 tower. Now it's Dark Willow's turn. Inside the Macropie, the Shadow Realm. Well, didn't work for Pegasus, won't work for her.
Body was a cage. I just let you free.
Yeah.
All right, you Quap.
They're just getting chased down. Yeah, V2 says, I'm working on it. I'm coming.
Looking around, and look what I found. Pounce number 1. You know, if that was an Aghanim Scepter, he'd be there by now.
Oh, that's true.
But then he would also not have a diffuser blade.
Well, Iceberg still chipping away at this Deso. Hasn't had the freest game, obviously, with his dive and Not a super simple lane for him to play into, but he's gonna get there, I would say, without VTunes doing. Now they're going in up top. No, General's gonna cancel. I mean, he's got the instant blink.
Away. Dark Willow. All right, back to the Shadow Realm we go. Fakes out the Terrorize, and I think James knows he's pretty much dead. 16 one charges, not going to burn any of them. Just delaying time and letting Mastery push the wave, which appears to be the dream at the moment. Just get a little bit of a nudge out, but General does a great job as well of getting rid of this. But it also still feels like it's all for the glory of the Troll BKB. Helps even more when Aloha Dance comes in range, but I don't think Etnart was totally ready for it either. Now the Ice Path, what a great catch. Always want to fly, and the double dual breath, combining with the Fiend Grip. False Promise, breaking the Troll Warlord free. Needs some extra heals. Now V2, in his own ground, still holding that Battle Trance. Is there more damage? The Sonic Wave creates some space. It's nowhere near enough.
Not able. I mean, I guess you don't really want to pop the ulti. He was so close, though, without that big pure damage. Well, not pure anymore. The jacked up magical damage of the Brain Sap. Like, we're going to make it magical, but we're going to give it even more. So, kind of works out with the way they changed like all the magic resistances and stuff, too.
Hey, that's a headache for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Not for me. Is he dead? Yep. Yeah.
Top tower's gone.
That's all we need to know. Queen of Pain. Oh, you could feel this coming. I think Mastery knew it as well. Send the courier back. There will be nothing to send items to.
That was nice. Bounty is claimed.
Funny thing is, she was really looking at it and going, I shouldn't
here we go. Mid lane, though. They got him.
That's a huge kill. Ember Spirit. Second highest of the net worth for the Radiant side. Obviously, the biggest one is the Slark, but you'll take what you can get.
Now run.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Oh, maybe now you Battle Trance. Terrorize, faked up once again, Slark. He's still got Shadow Dance, so it's a very difficult fight to take in the Ice Path. Troll actually has to stand there for a moment, waiting for it to wear off. But the Dire Orbs gives really good information. Makes it difficult for the Slark to regenerate in close range, and yeah, they're pinging it out.
Remnant did dissipate before he respawned as well. V2 gonna find James. Can anyone assist? Eknar thinks about it. Says, sorry, dude.
Shadow Realm. Now we can Brabble. Just try and fight it as much as you can.
Yeah.
Buy more time for the Troll to finish his BKB, because he still has not done that yet. And so much pressure around the top. You're going to BT the Bat Ride to the bottom. But this didn't go too well last time. Empire tried to push on bottom. And Queen of Pain just doing her thing in the jungle.
Yeah, they need this kind of play with the necros and catching waves.
Courier.
I mean, maybe a courier, but
Which one do I go for? There's so many to choose from. I go for none. Ember Spirit. Spirit jumps up. Just almost with Mastery. He tried to outduke it all. It would have been pretty impressive if he did it. And
yeah, I feel like that probably would have worked.
Got it. Victory. Mid lane.
Mid lane.
Yep, under the tower. Troll Warlord is protected. Terrorize from James also creates some space. Dodges the Ice Path of always want to fly.
These salves that Eknar are throwing on top are also saving him, or else he would be dead in those false promises.
Mid tower won't last much longer.
It really just feels like Empire, again, they're still waiting for the BKBs. Bat Rider's trying to afford one. Troll's working on one too. You're getting Grease from the Queen of Pain as her answer to things.
It's not even free, right? Because again, the power of the Bane. Because this has been such a common theme lately, especially in Pro Dota, is just like the importance of these BKBs and trying to turn around games with them. And I do think that's why Bane has just been looking better and better, because it's just not safe, right?
Is there enough sustained damage? I suppose well, Fiend's Grip, I like how they just go for the Oracle. Yeah, well, he doesn't have false promise anyway, so it doesn't matter. But both kills for FlyToMoon, and now they go high ground.
These are the games where Jakiro is just amazing too, because like I'll always want to fly while these fights have been happening. He's just been chipping away at these outer towers. He's been chucking all these level 4 liquid fires, and now as like they don't have good sieging cores, but max out liquid fire is pretty damn good to make up for that.
And 22 minutes in, and already 700-ish. Actually, more than that. damage to that mid tier 3.
God, this Slark's almost at 13,000 net worth.
Mm-hmm.
He's huge. He doesn't even feel threatened enough to need a BKB either. He's going for his own basher to keep controlling and try and snowball even further by just like, I mean, one bash on Bat or Queen, and I think they just die.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this Queen of Pain is still trying to get
stolen.
Reeves.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Good TP out. Nothing Bane can do about that. Shakira, who needed to be a little bit closer. I think Mastery is not giving up on this side lane push. And Aloha dances. He's here to do exactly what they did before. All right, Mastery, do you want this farm? The mid lane's being pressured, so they would like to go up high ground, but the second Mastery comes out. Now Nightmare, number on TP. I feel like deja vu. The Black Cat has returned, but this TP's taking forever. Now Iceberg can arrive. Serious, it's deja vu. Mid lane, Pango. At least that's something nice. Empire creates some space. V-Toon looking for his own little bit of a fight. The BKB from the Troll is still up and running. A quick little root, but my god, Iceberg back in the fight. Perfect slide and chains. And now Troll Warlord. Alright, now I'm going to trigger my ultimate. But GG. Yeah. GG, 23 minutes in. This game is done. I don't feel anymore.
That ulti, I was like, he's done.
Well, it's good at least for Empire. They get the 1 point they needed from this series. Yep. FlyToMoon will take 2, giving them 11. So they are 1 point ahead of Liquid before Liquid have their final matchup against Team Secret.
This game got a little out of control. Those 4 heroes dying at the same time was... It was already going to be like a little bit difficult to hold things off, but it's doable. It's just, it takes a lot of finesse with the heroes they have, right? Like you're working on lasso cooldowns and you're trying to time it so you're getting the kill every time when it's back up and available. But they forced the fight bottom without Sonic Wave, and the fight mid was just a complete disaster. Thanks to I think the story of this series, it kind of felt like Vision. I throughout so much of this just played so well in favor of FlyToMoon. It seemed like they always knew what Empire was up to on the map.
Yeah, you know, it's so nice to see these guys succeeding in a team as well. FlyToMoon, like this team, like they're probably, there's so many contenders in Dota at the moment. Like you can't even just say like one team has dominated them all. Well, apart from maybe the next team who's playing next, Team Secret.
Pretty good.
I will quote Trent on this. You never know what's going to happen. Like which series goes up, which series goes down.
They've dropped some series, all right. It can happen. Keeping the people interested.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. You never know. But we're going to find out.
Toby, all I'll say is Secret have yet to win a single match in Beyond Epic, and we're like 7 days in. So
that is totally true.
That is
I
fact.
cannot judge your logic. I'm fairly certain Naha's going to have issues with you on the sample size of this, because we're going to come back from a break in a bit. Trent's going to get subbed out. We're going to bring in a Lizard into this cast as well. While Secret will have their first game in this against Unique and see how they start their run in Beyond Epic.